Hi everybody and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to make this drop stitch scarf. So for the scarf we're going to need some white yarn. We're going to need some red yarn. And we're going to need your 48 Sentro or 46 pin Addi. So let's get started. So what we are going to do, we are going to cast on with our white yarn. So we're going to bring our first pin in line with the yarn feeder. And on the Addi 46, it's the black pin. So we're just going to cast on. So I'm going to go under the first peg, behind, under, behind, under, behind, all the way around until we reach the last peg. Halfway through, you want to reset your row counter to 0. So I've reached the last peg. The yarn is behind, so I know I've done the cast on correctly. So now I'm going to insert the yarn into our yarn feeder. And we are going to do 10 rounds of the white yarn. So we've done 10 rows of the white yarn. I'm going to change colors now. So I'm just going to snip off the working yarn. I'm going to put it in between the black and the white. And we're going to introduce our new yarn. I'm going to close the yarn feeder. I'm going to hold the two ends. I'm going to do a few knits. We're going to hold our new yarn. We're going to pull it just so those stitches get all nice and snug. And then we can tie these two ends. I'm going to snip it off to make it a little bit shorter. And then we are going to do another 10 rounds of the red. So you've done 10 rounds of the red. I'm going to snip the working yarn again, and we're going to do a color change. We're going to add the white back. We're going to do what we did previously. We're going to hold the two ends. Going to do a few knits. Going to hold the new working yarn, pull it, just so those stitches get nice and snug. And then we're going to tie the two ends. I'm going to snip it to make it a little bit shorter. And then I'm going to do another 10 rounds of white. Afterwards, I'm going to do another color change to red. I'm going to do 10 rounds of red. We're going to alternate the colors until we get 100 on our row counter. Once your work starts to touch the table, we can just roll it up to avoid us getting any drop stitches. Okay, so we've done 100 rows, alternating the red and the white. So now that we've reached 100 rows, we are going to cut a long piece of yarn, which is the size of the machine. Just snip that off. And now we are going to take off our work from the machine. So we are going to put our yarn under the last peg, and we're just going to go one more round. Once we see the last peg, we're going to take our work off the machine. So in order for us to get that drop stitch effect, we are going to pick up one stitch, and we are going to miss the next one. So you're going to pick up, miss one, you're going to pick up the next one. Going to miss that one, we're going to pick up the next one. Miss that one, pick up the next one. We're going to do that all the way around until we reach the last peg. Okay. We're at the last peg. We can just leave that one. We can rotate the barrel to take off our work. And now we can just stretch it. Gonna stretch it like so. Then we're going to pull on one side. And then we're going to pull on the other side as well. And as you can see, our stitches are already starting to drop. So now comes the fun part. You're just going to hold on that end. You're going to pull. So we just continue pulling until we get that drop stitch effect. So almost at the end. Just the last few stitches here. So once we're done there, we can pull on one side, just making sure all the stitches are dropped. So we're going to pull on one side, pull on the other side, and we are going to tie the two ends together. Just like so. As you can see, this is a pretty easy project. thereafter you can just snip this off. And there we have our drop stitch scarf. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. I hope you have an amazing festive season.